Well, hello and welcome to the second season of our front yard garden here in the South Carolina Upstate. We did a whole season of these videos, about 40 episodes on a weekly basis throughout 2023. They're no longer available on YouTube because our original channel was taken down. No evidence of those. I don't know if I'll repost them or not, but we're back for a second season either way. And as before, we're just going to do a weekly overview of our garden and what's going on. It's February 10th right now, 2023, and last year we started a little bit later, but there's plenty going on. Last year we didn't have any pansies in the yard, and this year we have quite a few, and then we've got daffodils blooming, and so we're going to just kind of see what else is out right now. Excuse me. So, as we did throughout last season, we started in our mailbox bed. You can see lots of pansies. In this particular bed, it's all yellow ones. And they, overall, the flowers are doing pretty well. The plants themselves have had some issues because we had a real cold snap about 3 weeks ago where it got down into the teens, which if you're in the north, that doesn't sound too bad, but the pansies don't particularly like that, so they really kind of died back. But most of them have come back since then. In addition, we don't have any daffodils, but we do have some tulips coming up, even now in February. It'll be a while before they bloom, but the greenery is coming up. And we also have some irises, and then over here we have clematis from last season, which will start to get leaves and then eventually flowers probably in another, I'd say maybe a month to 6 weeks from now. So that's the mailbox bed. And then as we come up close to the house, we have more pansies. These are all purple ones. We had some issues with, we assume, rabbits eating some of our plants in the front yard. We had deer in the backyard, and we'll see that later. But again, they're doing pretty well right now. They have a little more room to come back from the cold, but they're alive, and that's the main thing. And here we have some more pansies and Johnny jump ups. These little tiny versions of the pansies, those have done really well. They handled the cold very nicely, and so they look really healthy. And again, we have some tulips. We put a lot of bulbs in this area, and you're seeing a lot of the plants starting to break ground, but some of them have teeth marks. We've tried spraying to keep deer and rabbits away. They had eaten away at some of our pansies. We have some that are gone completely, and some of the tulips have been dug up, but hopefully we'll have some nice flowers here before too long. On a more long-term basis, this was if you looked at any of our videos last year, this was a climbing rose that had bright red flowers on it all year. We're getting quite a bit of growth here. We've had some nice weather, 50s and 60s the past couple of weeks. The super cold weather, I think, is done for the year. That was all in January, and now we're getting down to the 30s, and every once in a while below freezing at night. But the roses are going to start to come out pretty soon. We'll get greenery first, and then the flowers will follow. We have more climbers over here, and again, we're starting to see some growth on those, so I think we'll get leaves before too long, and start to move into full spring season with all of our plants. Now here, the most obvious sign of spring, daffodils. We had these blooming about, I'd say 2 weeks ago. I think was the first ones. It was about the 3rd or 4th week of January. and they're fully in bloom now. Even got some little, you know what, I was gonna say these don't look like pansies. That's our first crocus. I didn't even realize we had one of those out. This little white guy here's growing up through the pansies. You can kind of see what looks like grass. Those are the crocus leaves. And we've got some others here that look like they're trying to come up. A lot of tulips up in this area. Again, just breaking ground. I think we're gonna have to spray for rabbits again, just to keep them at bay. We had some over in this area. I'm not sure how they're going to fare. It looks like these were chewed on. The plants are okay, they'll come back, but they can only be chewed down to the ground so long before they give up. And here we have some more really nice daffodils, nice little bed of them. It's great when they come up and start blooming in January. It gives you a real sense of spring coming soon. We have some others hiding back in here. Other flowering bushes that'll be coming along before too long. Viburnum and hydrangeas, things like that. And a gardenia up here. But a lot more yet to come with our garden as we go from winter into spring. Got some irises here that will start to move forward before too long. Same thing here. And then we have some that are just breaking ground here. And if you remember, we have some big knockout rose bushes here, rhododendrons, all kinds of stuff that will be coming out before too much longer. Right now it's in the, as I say, about mid-February, February 10th. So we'll see how things go. Now, this is another bed of crocuses. It looks like the rabbits have been in here, but I don't see any flowers coming up yet. It's still a little early, but you can kind of see what's happened with some of these pansies that were in the area. They've just been chewed away to nothing. But then we have some others here that are doing pretty well. So it's really hit and miss. So the pansies will last until the weather starts to get hot. They don't like hot weather, so by about May or June they'll be done for the year. But they're nice to give you some color over the winter months. Some more knockout roses here. These will start to bloom. Well, they'll start to leaf out before too long and then blooming shortly thereafter. So it gives you a first look at our garden. I think I missed this one as I was looking at the tulips. This is our one pansy that's sort of an orange color, real pretty, kind of stands out from the rest. But we'll continue to do these on a weekly basis, and hope you enjoy this. We're going to do a video on the backyard next, and I don't think there's as much to see back there, but should be interesting nevertheless. So until next time, happy gardening.